What's going on, you guys? X-Wing Wave 14, we're getting our fix for the X-Wing finally. Look at this, look at this. It's crazy, crazy right here. Yes. Oh, wow. So this is just, wow, we got a lot to talk about, so let's just jump right in. We're getting Saws, Renegades. It's a 2-ship pack for the Rebels, and we're getting the TIE Reaper, so we're getting an entire Rogue One themed pack like over a year after Rogue One has come out. So that's interesting. It's good to know that like once a movie comes out that you're not just totally done with getting ships from that pack. And wait a second, did we miss something? Did you notice when you're looking at that, you know, that looks cool, that looks cool. I love the paint job, right? I love the TIE Reaper. You know, and then wait, is there something that looks a little strange? Should we look a little closer at this X-Wing? Do you notice that in the box, it's S-foils are closed, and then on the stand, the S-foils are open? Have they actually figured out a way to do this? This would be a masterpiece of engineering, and that's what it looks like, folks. So, if this is true, and this isn't just some kind of graphics fudge, if these wings actually open and close, we're gonna have problems. And the problem we're going to have is that this pack is going to run out because me and lots of you, I'm sure, are going to want to replace all of our existing X-Wings with these new X-Wings because I don't think I'll ever want to fly a regular X-Wing again. This is just magnificent. Also, before we go any further, I do want to remind everybody that I have another round of the giveaway starting right now. Only thing you need to do to enter to win a $20 Cool Stuff gift card for an expansion of your choice is to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. But that's starting off right now. I announced the previous winner in yesterday's video, so you know, again, running these all the time. So you know, we're ramping up the giveaways. So let's take a look at some of the cool stuff we get in this pack. So we're getting a big old U-wing. Now earlier today, when this was first launched, they had an X-Wings base on here, but we're getting Saw Gerrera. We're getting a new condition card. We're getting, you know, we look in here and we're getting, you know, something maybe thrust core control corrector. We got lots of new pilots, all new X-Wing pilots, and these are all based on Saw Gerrera's partisans. We're getting new condition tokens in there. We're getting an evade token, so apparently there's some way to give an evade to either one of these ships, so that's interesting. We're getting weapons disabled tokens, so that's going to be something that's going to play into that, and of course that's going to be in the card that they previewed. We're getting Saw Gerrera down here, and we're getting, you know, and I imagine, you know, like some of this stuff, it looks like it's going to be based on Rogue One, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody else from, you know, like whoever the mag something is, that's probably somebody from Rogue One. It's not jumping out at me at the top, you know, right away, but you know, we have seen in the past where sometimes there's like a card that's in a spread that ends up not making it, or the numbers don't add up right, or whatever, because like it looks like we're getting two different S-foil cards. Because you see, like down here in the middle of the spread on the bottom row, you've got Serve S-foils, and then the next one you only have one of Serve S-foils. It's a different artwork. But then it looks like the second one for that is on the top row, which is strange that they're not together. So if it's coming with two versions of two different X-Wing fixes, that's going to be interesting. And it's going to maybe different ways to take an X-Wing. Is this the X-Wing fix we're all been waiting for? Like there's so much excitement here. And then there's 3 copies of something over here, so this might have to do with the X-Wings as well. But then it makes you wonder why, you know, why is there 2 of the S-foils here and 2 of these, but then 3 of these? So that's one thing you could let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Why is there 3 of something and 2 of another? Is it maybe just an early kind of artwork error? Because they do make artwork errors from time to time. There may be no reason for an evade token to be there. There may be, you know, we've already seen like, you know, they had an X-Wing base blown up over the bottom of the U-wing there. I'm surprised to see a reprint of a U-wing already, because that's already a fairly recent ship. So, you know, very interesting stuff. Let's take a look at like one of the cards they show us is Targeting Scrambler. Now this is a systems that costs 0, so 0 is always good, right? Because if you weren't going to take anything, you can at least take this. At the start of the planning phase, you may receive a weapons disabled token to choose a ship at range 1 to 3 and assign the scrambled condition to it. And the scrambled condition, when attacking a ship at range 1 that is equipped with Targeting Scrambler upgrade, you cannot modify your attack dice. At the end of the combat phase, remove this card. So this is a way to stop somebody from attacking you who, you know, you have to be at range 1, and they're not allowed to modify their dice. That's kind of nice, but the problem, there's a couple of problems with this card. Well, go back. So Targeting Scrambler, first off, is unique. So, like, if you were thinking of running a whole bunch of B-Wings, like maybe 4 B-Wings, all with Targeting Scrambler, and then like one of them does it, and then the guy can't shoot any of the B-Wings at range 1 because he's not going to be able to modify his dice, that's not going to work because you can only run 1 Targeting Scrambler. If you were thinking of, oh, well, I'll be able to know where you're going to be before I use Targeting Scrambler. Well, this is the start of planning phase, so you don't know where anybody's going to be. So this is kind of, you might end up hitting Targeting Scrambler, and then they overshoot you, and now you would have a range 1 shot on them, and you can't take a shot. So it's like a heck of a risk. I don't know if I like this card. And so this is like, it's kind of weird. But let me know what you can. I can see Targeting Scrambler, like in the article they talk about, hey, this is going to be, if you really want your ship to survive, maybe this is something you do. Well, okay, and they're talking about using it on a U-Wing. But the problem is the U-Wing's got 3 attack dice, and do you really want to give up a 3 attack dice shot on a ship that's already pretty strong? I don't know. Maybe you do. We haven't seen all of the crew. We haven't seen all of the cards. Maybe there's stuff that, like, just like with the gunboat. Maybe there's stuff like with the gunboat that's going to allow you to do things if you have a weapons disable token. I wonder if this is not just a piece of the puzzle. Maybe, as a matter of fact, it'd be great if the gunboat could take this. Maybe there's a way for the gunboat to be able to take this, because this seems like it would be great on a gunboat, except the gunboat can't take this. So, because it doesn't have the systems. So, interesting. I think this is something that's going to have uses on other ships rather than the expansion that it comes with, but we'll see. Let's look at the TIE Reaper. First off, look at that base, and then look at the size of that ship. This is a huge ship for a small base, and that's cool. I'm okay with that. So that's nice. And we're getting an all-new ship here. We got 3 attack, 1 evade, 6 hull, 2 shields. So fairly tanky ship, which is kind of what you'd expect. It's got a lot of crew on board. Needs to keep them, all them death troopers are on there. So that's cool. We're getting Director Krennic, and he costs 5, and he gets to put this optimized prototype on somebody, and it's like choose a ship. They can only have 3 shields. We're not seeing all of the card, though. It looks like we're only seeing the top half of the card, so it does more than what it's saying there. So I don't want to speculate too much on what we don't know. But we're getting some maybe system officer, some kind of Imperial upgrade there. Advanced ailerons, maybe? But ailerons would make sense because you've got the ailerons already for the Striker, and then we're getting a couple other upgrades in there. We got four cards here, and we get our highest pilot skill is 6, so we're not really getting any aces with this. So this seems like it's more of a support ship. It looks like it has jam, and there's no jam reference card shown here. So again, like I was saying before, sometimes these spreads aren't 100% accurate, and they're just there to kind of whet your appetite, and that's fine. It's fine. Hey, we've waited a long time for some new X-Wing news, so this is great to have the appetite wet. Pour some water all over me because my appetite is wet. Don't really pour water over me. That would be weird. Let's see. We got the Krennic. We've got the optimized prototype thing there. Now on our dial here, we're showing a 2 hard red, a 2 red turn. So that probably means it's gonna have a kind of a bad dial, because usually the ships that have that are ships that kind of can't turn around very well, like your HWK and your shuttle. This has 2 crew on it, so it's another option for you to put Palpatine on. So now you've got some another, looks like it's probably going to be fairly cheap. If your highest pilot skill 6 is only 26, I'm guessing this guy's going to be 20, or maybe even less. I'd say 20, between 19 and 21 is a rough estimate. It depends how many points they're really giving this pilot ability of letting you change a blank or a focus to a hit. If the person has nothing, that's like me. It's interesting. It's not a bad little ability, especially if you're kind of a support ship and you're not going to be taking a focus action. And it gives them a respectable attack. I can dig it. So it's going to be interesting if the jam is the same as the ordnance that jam token that applies, or if this jam is going to be like epic jam, because that's that's something that we need to figure out. So I imagine that will probably come once they spoil the TIE Reaper article, because this is just the initial announcing Wave 14, right? And this, what else is strange is that this is it for Wave 14. Where's the Scum ship, right? Everybody's thinking, is it going to be a Scum Falcon? Maybe they have to wait till the movie comes out, and who knows? Who knows? I would guess that there's going to be more. Maybe they're just going to shrink down the waves. I mean, we've seen that in Armada. They really shrank down the waves. You're only getting like 2 ship waves now in Armada, when we used to get 4 ships plus squadron packs. We used to get like 5 freaking expansions in one wave, and now we're down to 2. So maybe X-Wing's just going down to smaller expansions. And there's nothing wrong with that. Something's better than nothing. And as long as they keep giving us stuff periodically, because there's already so much in X-Wing right now. There's a lot, and if you're like, imagine a new player trying to jump into this game and like, oh, I've only got 37 ships to buy to get caught up, and that's just for one faction. It's something crazy. So let's take a look at Death Troopers. Death Troopers using 2 crew slots. Okay, so you got, and it only costs 2, so they're kind of cheap for 2 crew. All right, I got it. You got like 3 different ships that you can put this on in the Empire. Actually, no, you can put it on the bomber with the because they're too cheap. So right, you can put it on a bomber with the title. So you got some options where they can go. After another friendly ship at range 1 becomes the Defender, if you are inside the attacker's firing arc at range 1 to 3, the attacker receives a stress token. So basically, you're escorting. It's like giving your ship escort duty as well as support. Like, yeah, I'm flying with you. You want to fly next to your other ships, and this is really going to stress formation flying. Kind of a cool card. Kind of taking the game back to flying, like turrets had taken this game completely out of its element for a little while, and I like that lately we've seen a lot of stuff that kind of take this game back to the roots of rewarding precision flying. And I think this is a card that's gonna, have some, payoff, because this isn't limited to once per round, so this could be multiple times. But it does say another friendly ship, so it's just kind of turning you into Biggs a little bit, right? Speaking of Biggs, now we know why Biggs was nerfed, right? I mean, like, a lot of people knew there was an X-Wing fix coming. There was always kind of all this stuff like that. But this is explaining, I think, in greater detail why Biggs was nerfed, because the X-Wing fix is finally on the precipice of dawning on us. I'm using too many big words, and they're probably not even being used in the proper correlation. So no more big words. Big wave, well, small wave, but big impact. And a lot of people are excited about this. Let me know. I want to know what you think about the paint job. I want to know what you think about the TIE Reaper being too big for a small base. I want to know what you think about these wings. Are they going to actually move? I love moving wings. I don't think the Reaper is going to have any moving parts, because the way the wing assembly is all connected on there, I don't think all that's going to move. I don't think but who knows? Maybe the Reaper will have some hidden surprises too. Like maybe the jaws will open up and there'll be a little mini Death Troopers coming out going pew 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 pew. Who knows? I don't think they would do that. But maybe. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I do appreciate all the support for the channel. Make sure you are subscribed and click the little bell for alerts, because you do not want to miss when I announce new stuff, especially when I announce new giveaways, especially when I announce a winner for a giveaway. All that stuff, you're going to get notified of that. Join the notification squad. Good stuff. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.